Hi YouTube.
Hello YouTube friends and family, it's your boy GB Reviews, and today we are doing another GB original. We're gonna do a Jamaican curry shrimp. I have the curry shrimp here. We're gonna go through all the ingredients, and then I'm gonna go through everything. Pretty straightforward. The ingredients are straightforward, and the making of this meal is really simple. We'll get to the end. I'll do a plating for you just so you can see how it looks plated, and then we'll taste it and see how it came out. But let's go through the ingredients really quickly, and then we can see exactly what we need to do for this meal. So let's get at it. We're gonna do the ingredients, and we're gonna do the actual portions that you need right now so that you know exactly how much you need. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of ginger. This is a pound of shrimp. These are wild caught shrimp. You need a half of onion, which is about a half a cup of onion diced. And then you need hot curry powder, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin. We're using 1 can of light coconut milk, ground black pepper, and salt. And that's it. The thing that you have to remember though is we're gonna prepare the curry base first. You're gonna need 1 medium pot for that. And then we'll add the shrimp afterwards because you don't want to cook the shrimp too long. The curry base, we're going to cook for about 25 minutes. The shrimp, you will cook only about 5 to 7 minutes once the curry base is prepared. So you're going to remember, do the curry base first, and then you put in the shrimp, because again, if you cook the shrimp too long, they'll get hard. You don't want to get the shrimp to cook too long. You want them to be nice and supple once they're cooked, so they should curl a little bit once they cooked, but you don't want them to be hard and too challenging to eat. So that means that we're gonna cook it on the stove, and I'll show you how to do that. 25 minutes, 5 minutes. Curry base, then shrimp. All right, let's get to the cooking of the curry base. So before we turn anything on, we're not gonna heat anything. We're just gonna mix up everything in our pan. We're gonna pour 1 can of coconut milk in. And you want to take all the coconut milk out of the can. And actually what I'm going to do is we're going to add 2 cans of coconut milk because we want to make a lot of curry for our base. Again, make sure you're getting all of your coconut milk out of your can. And then we're going to add our onions and our garlic, our ginger, and then we're gonna start adding our spices. For the spices that you saw, you're gonna do a half a tablespoon of each spice, and that should give you enough of a taste, but we're gonna taste it as we go along. So we're gonna cook this for 25 minutes. For the curry, you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of curry, and then you'll add curry as you go along. It should have a nice, deep, rich curry color. You're gonna use your allspice, and you're gonna use your salt and pepper, and you're gonna pepper it, salt and pepper it to taste. So you're gonna taste as you go along, just to make sure that the taste has the right mix of ingredients. So we're gonna put this on a medium heat, or not a medium heat, a medium high heat, because we want this to start to boil, and we're gonna start adding our other spices. Now, while your curry sauce is cooking on the stove, and again, remember 25 minutes, we actually have to season our shrimp. So even though you're gonna add the shrimp afterwards, you want to pre-season your shrimp so that the shrimp have the flavor of your meal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some curry powder on our shrimp. And for the shrimp, we're gonna use 2 teaspoons of curry powder to start off, and then if we need more curry powder, we'll add more curry powder after that. What you want to remember too is if you put to keep your hands from getting the curry color, just take some olive oil or things like that, or just any cooking oil, and rub it on your fingers, and then the curry won't embed in your skin, because you don't want your fingers to be curry colored at the end of your session because you're gonna need this with your ham. You're gonna put salt, pepper, curry powder, and that's it. So you're gonna just make sure that the shrimp start to absorb the curry, start to absorb the salt and pepper. And again, we're gonna put that in after the 25 minutes that this cooking on the stove. And we'll add this in for the last 5 to 7 minutes and it should be good. Once you've done your shrimp and you've seasoned them, you've curried them, you just have to wait until your base is done. And then again, like I said, add these 5 to 7 minutes, but for the most part, these are good to go. Now that the 20 minutes has passed, we're gonna add our shrimp. And we have our nice curried shrimp. We're gonna cook the shrimp on medium-high for 5 to 7 minutes. You can just add all the curry out of here. We're gonna put it back to medium-high, and this should allow our shrimp to cook properly. You gotta watch your shrimp though, because you don't want your shrimp to overcook. All right, so now we're done. We plated it. We've done everything. I will say the one thing I did do is I added a little too much. So I would say instead of a teaspoon of the garlic powder, you want to use a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, because we added fresh crushed garlic already. It made it a little too bitter, so I ended up having to add about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, and that offsets the bitterness. So just a word of caution, just if your ingredient mixture gets a little bit off, you can fix it with, simple, sugar, salt, things like that. That's why I said, as you go along, make sure you taste it before you add your shrimp, because you want to make sure that your curry sauce is just right. The shrimp came out perfectly, and our sauce and everything came out well. We're gonna see how it tastes, see if the curry actually infused the shrimp, and with our white rice, it just looks quite nice. So let's see what we get. That's nice. Again, I probably would have added less, even though I've offset it with the sugar. If you use too much garlic will give it a bitter taste. So if you do fresh, then I would say just go with the fresh. Don't even use garlic powder. And if you're not gonna use fresh, then you can use half a tablespoon of garlic powder, because you just don't want it to be too bitter. But all in all, it came out very well. I mean, I'm happy with this. This is my first attempt of making Jamaican curry shrimp. My dad did it for me a few weekends ago, and so I tried to do it. So listen, try it, see if you like it, and always never be afraid to try new recipes. Anyway, hit the like button for the algorithm. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please leave me comments below if you've tried this dish or you made something similar. And hit the notification bell so you can see anytime I put out new meals. But that's it for your boy GB Reviews. We're out of here. I hope you guys are enjoying your cooking adventures with GB. And subscribe and like below.
Subscribe but like below.